Oh, hello, everybody, and welcome to this almost missed stream. Uh, as you probably noticed, there was basically no intro because when I woke up my computer from sleep, it did not do anything. So I turned on the computer and it got stuck in the Windows lock on the screen, and so I rebooted and it would not boot anymore. So my main SSD was not being detected. Sorry, I'm a little far from the mic. Let me fix it real quick. There you go. And so I freaked out because it was just loading from the BIOS. Then I restarted again, and it would do the same thing. And I restarted again, and then it finally started. So I don't know if the SSD is dying or it was a Windows thing. But when I got to the Windows screen, it was like, well, this is the first time you're logging in. It's like, what? So I don't know what's going on, but hopefully the SSD is not dying. I do have another SSD that I could use, but I would have to reinstall everything, so that would not be great. The problem is that it did not even say like usually does in this case, like boot device not detected. It just didn't act like there was anything that slot, despite there being a another SSD in the slot too. So I don't know. Windows 11 sucks, so please never use it. Just if you have a chance, don't use it. So I'm gonna open my references now after this quick rant, and I'm alone today. As you probably noticed, I'm not doing the challenge because Chase is sick. Hopefully you can have him in the chat, and for now I will just continue with the kaiju. So let me do this, and there you go. Okay. So I did not get any extra reference for the C. I should probably do it, but for now I will simply continue working on this ugly monster and see where this goes. Hopefully without other technical issues for today. I feel kind of cursed because the computer is new and I had a lot of trouble already. So
Life finds a way.
yes, finds a way. Hopefully. Hopefully it finds a way. We'll see what happens. I don't know. It's annoying because the last computer I built in 2016 was still running fine, pretty much fine, except sometimes, yeah, I did have some graphical issues like green screens all of a sudden when I was browsing, but it didn't last for long. And it was a more like a recent thing, but it was still working in 2021, so lasted at least 5 years. This one, well, I've been having issues basically since I bought it almost. Coil whine from probably the graphics card, which is an RTX 3060. Then I had to replace the hard drive because it was probably about to fail. It was making very, very loud noises. And then Windows updated and I started having stutters in games. And now this. So what else? I did not update anything recently. I don't think my NVIDIA... Where is it? Let me see the control panel. I don't think my NVIDIA driver is updated, so it was probably not because of that. The only thing that I did was limiting the FPS to 60, just in case to check the usage of the GPU. But if I go to system information, yeah, no, I still have the same version I had before. So no, I didn't install anything. So I was a little baffled to see that it would not start. Completely unexpected this time. So I'm just gonna leave it alone now. I'm not gonna install anything and not let Windows install anything, because it doesn't seem like it wants to work again easily. So hey Chase, how are you feeling? Oh,
That is one big pile of shit.
yeah. I can imagine you're not feeling great. Hopefully it gets better. Let's see, how's this Shin Godzilla side? I saw some basic animation models and they were very well done musculature wise. This is a guitar, so no. Oh, it's very melty. It's like melted stuff. Oh, I do want this statue though. Look at this. It's just $300. I mean, we can buy it. It's also pretty large. Too bad it's out of stock. Whether I would not really buy it because it's too expensive, but it would be nice if I could afford it. Or if I had this money to waste. I don't, unfortunately. I never really bought any sculpture or figurine of anything for myself. For other people, yes, but not for myself. I don't know why. I kind of like them, but I probably figure I would get tired of that. I don't know. That is unfortunate. That is unfortunate. The knee, yeah, then we can keep the knee. We can keep the knee here. Spray, probably. Yeah, there are some waves of some sort. This is all made up because I don't have a C reference for now. Hello there, Mr. Casual. Oh, the stream bot is not working? Is someone... Oh, hello, Simon. Yeah, let me... Okay, it's... Okay, so if I don't go to the chat page on Restream, it doesn't work. Now it should work. Try to write something, Simon, and... YouTube removed the oldest video from the option. It used to be... Oh, like order by oldest? That sucks. I'm sorry. I didn't notice. I didn't notice that. YouTube always does things that are against logic. Like, oh, hey, let's remove the dislike button. Let's remove that dislike count. Right, not the button, the dislike count. Just most recent and most popular. See this. Like most recent on a channel, like if I go to my channel. Videos. I cannot even sort. Oh, that's true. Oh, that sucks. Oh man, I guess it's for everybody then. All of a sudden, instead of A/B testing. I don't see why. It would help. It would help discovering older content that might be valuable. It's not like because a video is old, then it doesn't have any weight anymore. It could be for some things, but not everything. Oh well. Damn you, YouTube. So these eyes things, maybe they could be eyes. I don't know yet, but they're like openings. I got that blue monster as a reference that I showed yesterday, so they're not exactly eyes, but they could play the role of eyes, maybe. And these are just I don't know, scales, some kind. Although I don't know, it's gotta be. It's not very uniform. Like if I have scales like that on the shoulders and then not legs. For some reason, I seem to always default to this sort of thing. I think I did it on my other dragon too. Let me see. They probably want people to scroll down and give YouTube like 10 more minutes of use time. That might actually be the reason. That might be the reason. Or was it my drawings? It was September. Oh no, I didn't do it for this, which is okay, I guess. I did for one of my older dragons though. It was what? I don't even have it here. No. It was for something. I am sure of that. What something was is not clear. It's not. I keep also in the shadows trying Corel Painter, the demo that I have. It's a pretty good piece of software. I mean, the interface is crap, and the fact that I cannot do this, like I cannot hold basically the square brackets to change brush size because it's super slow, is bad. But there are some, like, I don't think there is in, no, this one doesn't have. There are some things that I like the brush engine is really, really good. It's better than Clip Studios as well, although I would probably have to dig a little deeper into Clip Studio to do a fair comparison. It's, some things are outdated and the performance is not great in terms of speed, but man, that brush engine is so good. Hello, Fiddle. As you can see, I managed to fix the issue. Well, I didn't do anything. I just had to reboot a couple times. I'm still scared about it, though, in the sense that I don't know if it's the SSD dying or Windows causing some corruption problems. The fact that it was not detected in my BIOS is very not reassuring. It might be a trap. Maybe I'll boot next time and it doesn't boot. I don't know. Very, as I said before, disheartening though, because it's a new computer. And it was really expensive. It was like 1.5K. Just the computer, like no peripherals added to it, because I already had them. So you can guess I'm a little distressed about it. You can probably tell. I am a little stressed and not serene about it. I also have my GPU randomly starting to whine. It's a cursed computer. It's a cursed computer. I'm gonna look up Stormy Sea. God, I'm looking for a tablet to draw on now because I can't use my computer. Oh, why not? Are you not back home? Like a dedicated tablet? Oh, I don't really know. I only know the ones that are to be attached to a computer. So this is not bad. Stormy Sea at night. This is Friedrich? I don't know. Get something, probably a photo. Just not to infringe any copyright for this. Electricity is too high. My dad is like, yeah, you can't use a computer to... Oh god, the computer doesn't consume that much. Hello, cheese. A computer at peak usage, like if you use the GPU and the CPU at 100%, is like 600 watts. Probably 800 if you got a really powerful system. But not even that. I don't think my computer goes up to 800. Maybe 500. That's not that much. Jeez, man, that is very strict. I'm sorry for that. Unless you have an iPad, though, I don't really know what you could draw on. If you have an iPad, try Procreate. That's very good. Jesus' computer is powered by love. That's a very scary thing to say. Scary thing to say. I feel like Fiddle might not even be the main consumer in his house. Maybe, I don't know. You know it better than me. Right, Clip Studio Paint on Samsung tablets. Okay. Yeah, I have to be honest. I did not have a good experience with Samsung tablets overall. My friend here, he's got a Galaxy Tab 8 now, which is better than the previous one he had. That was not, big brand. But I have to be honest, I know the iPad is expensive, but it's also a very good tablet. Like if I have to compare them, I do like how the iPad works as a tablet. I'm not a fan of Apple stuff usually, but the iPad is a good product, in my opinion. She's is also an iPad user, so... Cheese was also streaming, by the way, last night. Night in the US, not here. Here, well, I mean, it's also night here, I guess, early morning. Oh, you lost the sense of taste? You have the plague, Chase? I only lost my smell for maybe a day or 2 days. Yeah, right. I understand the fiddle. No, cheese. If you got the plague, it kind of it kind of burns your taste buds and your smell receptors in the nose. It does that. It did that to me as well, though to a lesser degree, I guess, probably, because my taste was intact. Fortunately, it's just a cold. Okay, I see. Okay, I should probably try to paint the sea separately on my own before I screw this up big time. I kind of did in the past, and I know that it should be enough to add this kind of shape. Like it's basically like little diamond shaped things. But still. Probably look something up. Yeah, this is gonna be faded, probably just surf fading into the legs. No one want to give people jobs if it's only for 5-6 months. Yeah, understandable. Work illegally on the internet. But you cannot use the computer. You could tell your dad that you need the computer to work, and you can do commissions. I don't know, like on art commissions on Reddit. There are some, if you offer a low enough fee, you can maybe put together some bucks for that. But you gotta access the computer first. Are Americans still blaming China for the virus? I don't know. Well, I mean, you could still blame the lab for that, which, yeah, I probably cannot talk about this for YouTube policies, but I mean, yeah, you can do not safe for work art. You can actually learn a lot of money, I guess. I mean, I've seen a lot of posts on art commissions that are not safe for work. I didn't get any message. I tried to offer like drawing monsters and stuff on that Reddit, but I got nothing. But I can see that not safe for work stuff is pretty popular, to say the least. You don't really need to learn anatomy, Fiddle. You can do furry art. I'm not even kidding. It's funny because drawing the drawing waves is like drawing dunes to a degree. You get the crests, the highs and the lows. Man, this is gonna be miserable. It's gonna take a whole month just to draw the sea itself. I didn't do sea. Okay, it's gonna be a learning experience. It's been very long, so. Yeah, I mean, you could fiddle. What I meant to say was like, you could tell your dad that you need it for working purposes, so that maybe he's gonna let you use it if you don't play on it. Well, yeah. Anyway, what Kim said is true. You can still draw on paper. It's not. You cannot make finished stuff probably because to make finished stuff you have to buy extra stuff. But it's still good. In fact, it's better if you want to train. It's better if you do it traditionally rather than digitally. In my opinion. Let's lower this one. Still gonna go fund me. Huh. Oh, learning art is not acceptable. So, okay. Well, that is unfortunate. That sounds like my mom in the old days. Like she changed her mind when I started, doing more good stuff and getting requests, but she's always been extremely negative about me doing art. In fact, one of the reasons why I couldn't study art when I was younger is because of her. So, not that I'm trying to blame, except I am actually trying to blame, because it is her fault. I had a lot of naysayers growing up. It was really not easy. Maybe, suggest we leave a little bit of space here so that it's probably doing something like this. I don't know, Fiddle. Your best bet right now is really to just convince your dad to let you use the computer. Because you already have something, it's just that you cannot use it. What happens if you do use it, by the way? Like if you violate the rules, what's going to happen? Rules. Rules. That's not even a rule. I understand, like, you cannot use the computer to play games, but you cannot use the computer at all? I don't think that's a rule I would have accepted. That is a little too much, maybe. What if you need it for school or studying or something? Or maybe you don't. That seems to be excessive. There are some things that you need the computer for anyway. If you work, or to work. So, or to find work. Well, man, is he so strict he's gonna throw you in the street or something? If you say, like, you put your foot down and say no? Also, I thought you said you would go to your mom. Like to your mom's place. Sounds fair. I mean, I'm a father too. I would not do that. Not in this situation anyway. I know I'm not him, but that seems to be a little too much. Hopefully you can sort it out. You could tell him, like, oh, I need the computer to find work or to find a job, but just find work in general, not necessarily a stable job. Like, hey, I need to find a job as a whatever online digital assistant. That's a popular thing nowadays. You still need a computer to do that. You need a computer to do pretty much everything, which sucks. But that's how things are nowadays. Oh, hello, Samuel. Hello. Jeez. Well, I could talk to your dad. I'm older than Chase, and second, I am a dad as well. So, and I am strict, man. I am actually strict. It's just that what you're going through seems a little bit arbitrary. So again, I understand some rules, like, hey, you're not gonna play games until you do this, or that. That makes sense. In fact, that's what I told my sister to do with her son, because he was not doing well in general. He was playing like literally all day. So I'm like, okay, you're not gonna play anymore. But that's different from you cannot use the computer at all. He's Polish, strictest. Well, you can, do this. Ask him if he knows how much the computer consumes. Like, estimate. And then you go and check to your, like, the power switch, whatever you have there, the counter that counts the watts that are used, with the computer turn off and with the computer turn on, and you see the impact it has. I don't think a computer consumes that much, honestly. In fact, I'm consuming less than my mom here, and she doesn't have a computer. My computer is on the whole day. And I've got a pretty beefy graphics card, it's not like computer is gonna draw 500 to 800 watts consistently. Probably your monitor is gonna draw more. Thank you, Samuel. Thank you. I decided to put it in the sea. I don't know if that was a good idea because I can't draw the sea recently. It's been a long time since I painted the sea, and it's been forever since I even tried to paint in this fashion. But hey, we'll see. Okay, wings. Now, wings will need some design. Some kind of design. Thing is, I had the rules. If I help at home, pick up my siblings sometimes, clean the house, fashion so on. We both have already looked at it. We looked at how much consumed by me. Not using the computer for a month already in December, and those days it went down almost 1/3? That's very strange. Okay, addiction is a thing. It's strange that someone to not allow to use a computer. Well, there certainly is. I don't know if I'm addicted to using the computer, but I don't think I am. It's just that I need it for everything pretty much. That's the sad reality of things. Like, I have to use a computer to do pretty much everything. Pay the bills, I need to use a computer. Schedule things, I need to use a computer. Because I got everything on the computer. And actually, everything on the internet. So that's why it's kind of a little tragedy for me if I'm without internet. I don't think, again, it's an addiction. It's just that, unfortunately, I have allowed this to become a big part of my life. And even if I want to learn something, I'm going to need internet or a computer. Or at least internet, if not a computer itself. So I sit on a computer for roughly 6-7 hours per day, probably more. To do what, though? I sit way more than that. It's like 9 to 12, then 1:30 to 4:30, then 5 to 6:30, 7.5, maybe 9 hours, something like that. So this doesn't look like the sea. I don't know. Oh man. This is horrible. I'm gonna have to repaint this 100 times. Playing games for 6-7, okay, that's too much. Maybe that's a little too much. I wouldn't, not because of the power consumption, but because you're wasting your life. I would try to do something that's a little more constructive, maybe, than just playing games 7 hours. Sorry, what do you say? Yeah, 6-7 hours a day. That's a lot of time you're wasting, man. You could be doing something else. 6-7 hours. It's understandably too much, in my opinion. It's like a job. I mean, if you were getting money out of it, maybe. But when I top an hour and a half, I already feel like I'm wasting my time. So I would say, yeah, I mean, you could do anything else, at least for half of that time. Like, you could study something and learn something new. It could be drawing. Like, you could spend the time half of that time drawing. It would be, so if you just cut that in half, you don't even have to remove it all. It's 3 hours a day drawing. That's gonna get you very good, very fast. And I don't think playing more than 3 hours a day is healthy anyway. It's not healthy for your eyes. It's not healthy for your back or your body function in general. I read too, Samuel, although not that much, unfortunately, because I have to do a lot of things and I don't have enough time. Oops, I bumped the mic. Oops. Fiddle, if you watch YouTube the whole day, you're gonna be even more depressed. If you keep 6-7 hours a day is probably too much reward, like too much fun. I'm not even kidding. And so your dopamine levels are off the chart until you return to baseline. You should probably quit all that stuff because it's hindering your capability to do things. Basically, if you have a dopamine overload and you constantly have it, your base dopamine level is going to be low, and you won't have any motivation to do anything, which might be why you're depressed like that. I'm not a doctor, obviously, but it could be one of the reasons, because you probably do not even want to watch all those videos every day. Like at some point it becomes like, I don't know what to do. I'm just gonna watch YouTube. It's like, well, try to get up, go to the gym, or draw. Really, even if you don't know how to draw or what to draw, or write a story or something, it would help a lot. It doesn't matter that you have nothing else to do. You make it new, like you make it out of nothing. It doesn't, because you could, like, this way you could never even be a freelancer, because you never have something you have to do. You choose to do something. You choose to look for stuff to do. So some days are low and slow. I understand that, but on average, you shouldn't really feel like you can stay there the whole day watching YouTube videos. That's not healthy. And the more you do, the worse it becomes. It really does get worse the more you do it. So, Sam, if I have to do, I would not read much. But if I have time, the time I read can get to all my waking time level. Wow! After starting to work, I feel the need to read the rest of the time to not waste it. Yeah, that makes sense. You could go gymming if you like to. Plenty of time now. Yeah, I mean, go to the gym. Set up a routine that occupies several hours a day. You can just make it if you don't have it. I can concur with Chase. I'm using the computer the whole day, and my monthly bill, considering I'm also using the air conditioner with heat pump, is not more than 30 to 40 euros per month. So, and I keep lights turned on as well. So it can't be more than 20 or something, I think. How could I do the tail? See if something like this works. Okay, Fiddle, buy a bench and buy some adjustable dumbbells. That's what I'm using now. I have a bench, I have dumbbells. I also have a pull-up bar, but I mean, you can just do pull-ups everywhere, even a tree branch. Oh, that gym is actually cheaper than here. Here is like 80. per month. So, or like Cheese says, calisthenics. Calisthenics are gonna break you apart because they're hard, but they're cheap. It's like basically no cost. A pull-up bar is like $20. If you cannot put the pull-up bar in your house because your father doesn't want nearest tree or anything. No, you don't have to work 12 hours a day, but working out and entering the mindset of doing something you do not like because it's hard, it's gonna get you going to do other things. If you always do things that you like, you will never do anything that you need to do because you're always chasing that dopamine hit. And you're not going to get it anymore at some point. You're going to get addicted to the stuff that you do, like watching YouTube videos. Given, I also got and get sometimes into that trap, like, hey, I don't feel like doing anything. But since I am aware of it, I try to, as much as possible, quickly get out of it. Because it's really bad for health. It's really bad for long-term success for anything. If you get used to just reward, which is not really a reward. Like playing games is treacherous because it gives you a reward that is not real. So you get the feeling like you're being rewarded. It's like, oh, hey, I got this loot box. Oh, I've got more experience. Hey, I've got a new weapon. Or hey, look, I defeated this boss, but you didn't. That is not true. That is not real. You didn't do that. And when you're done with the game, you're back to watching YouTube videos. And then your dad's going to complain to you. And then you will not have money to buy an iPad. So you got to start, like, little by little, doing things you don't like to get in the habit of not just chasing a dopamine hit, but having that little bit of dopamine for stuff that is actually rewarding. I'm gonna farm, says someone. So just carry heavy stuff for like an hour plus a day. Yeah, but that's healthy. I mean, in fact, I know it's a hard job, but some days I feel like it would be better than just sitting at the computer the whole day because at least you use your body. So, sometimes, says someone, sometimes I need to force myself to do other things because anyway, if I do just what I want, after that I just feel sad for not doing the other thing I planned. It's a vicious cycle. Yeah, it's mostly because of dopamine anyway. There is a good video that I posted some time ago in the Discord by Andrew Huberman that talks about the dopamine cycle and why you actually feel like that. And you will also find very guru-ish videos on YouTube talking about that. But, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily look at those. Tail of an alligator turtle. That's what I'm looking at. Fiddle, you could really just try with a sketchbook. I know it's not as fancy, but if you feel like the iPad is too much, you can start with a sketchbook. Because if you get the iPad and then you only use it to watch more YouTube videos, that's probably not a good investment. I'm just copying images here from snapping turtles. Gonna get the tail fleshed out. So, is this an illustration? Looks like for sure. I'm gonna have to catch up with the chat when I'm done. Okay, there you go. Yeah, where is it? Nemo, do you even listen to what? Anyway, half listening, Kim, because I'm drawing, so I might be missing something or forgetting something. I apologize for that. Yes, Kim, I know what he said. But what he said and what he actually wants is not necessarily true. Not because he's lying, but because he might just not like to do that, and he might end up just using it for that. Kim, that happens, unfortunately. Of course, he wants it for drawing. I wanted the iPad for drawing too. I don't even know where my pen ended up now because I never used it for drawing because I didn't like it, and I only use it to watch YouTube videos when I'm eating lunch and reading comics. That's why I'm saying that. Of course, he says so, but he doesn't know, not having it, he doesn't know if he's actually going to use it for that or not. Drawing on an iPad is not like drawing on paper or drawing on a tablet and a computer because the iPad has a very, very smooth screen. And it's not for everybody, unfortunately. It's not for me, for example. So it's not necessarily going to work for him, even if he does want that now. All right, Kim. See you later. Maybe get add a little more creases here. It's like a turtle, so you would need a little more wrinkles, creases in the skin. Yeah, Fiddle, you can get the screen protector, but I tried the best one out there, and it's not the same thing. Even the Emperor of Cheese stopped using the iPad, and he got a computer tablet because he was not 100% satisfied with it. Some people can get used to it. Maybe you're one of those. I don't know. I'm just saying, it's an investment, and it could be a risky investment. So just think about it well. I understand where Kim comes from when she says that. But it's a lot of money, okay? It's a lot of money, and I'm talking as one who did the same thing, and I ended up not using it for drawing at all, like 0% of the time. So I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, hey, I didn't even have a tablet on my computer when I got the iPad. I had an old Wacom Bamboo, the smallest one, and I still ended up not using the iPad for drawing, so... Yes, Cheese. I know what the one you have is the same one that I bought when I was there, but it's not the same as the Cintiq got here. There is no comparison for me. It's very different, and you also know it because you got the XP pin. It is different. It's not the same thing. It is not the same. The least. Some little spikes like this, so I'm gonna get rid of these because they make no sense. And I'm gonna add just some creases. Some folds. How do I know how to treat the arms? Bubbles. And then this is gonna need to be a little more. Okay, let's do it a little more thick here. The chat is is too fast for me to be able to follow it. God. I can't read everything. Anyway, Muay Thai is cool. Yeah, you could do that. Muay Thai or Jiu-Jitsu. Jiu-Jitsu is very good, actually. For overall, like, coordination and whatnot. Wish I could do it, there's just nothing around here. There might be in Japan, though, where I was living before. So maybe I'll do it. Oh, you're not home, Kim? I thought you were home. Okay, what if I take out these arms? There you go. This arm, these arms are attaching here. Like that. And probably, yeah, something like that could work. Something like turtle arms, I guess. Like snapping turtle arms. Someone forgot how to fight. It's been years since your last fight. Well, I don't know how fighting is. I did some things in the past. I did karate when I was a kid, and then I did kung fu, but I was not fighting. It was more like the sport version, not really fighting, which sucks. But there was nothing in my area for actual fighting, unfortunately. You know what? These might need to be a little closer to the center. Face also hasn't been fighting since high school. Okay, this is going to get smaller and smaller, and then it's going to be a normal tail like that. We got some kind of cloud there. I don't even know what kind of lighting I want to use yet. I'm not sure this is a good idea, like having this run so close to the edge. Might not be a good idea. Also, this is almost in the center, which is not great in terms of composition. It would probably better be off on the side. On the side. So, like, ideally, this would be here. And maybe that's what I will do. I'm gonna have to check real quick. Adjust it. If I do this, see, it's very far. I mean, it's not that far from the third, but not even that close. I'm gonna have to figure out a wing pattern. Someone went to an all-boys school, so yeah, that fights happened and once got stabbed by a rusty screwdriver. Wow, no, I never got stabbed. I got into some light fights, but when I was in middle school, not learned that. It was more like bullying than actual fights, but we still kind of kicked each other's ass. And I did kick some people's ass when I was in high school, but they were not actual fights. I just literally kicked them. So, and they decided not to engage. Did go very close to one though. People don't know, but if you punch hard enough, you can break your fingers. Yes, especially if you don't know how to punch. I mean, depending on where you punch as well. If you punch in the face, that's a lot of bone to punch against. So it is hard. Like Cheese says, the human head is pretty hard. I'm just looking for some wing patterns here. So probably don't want to be maybe dragonfly. Oh, these are veins? Man, I had no idea there were actual veins. Okay, so I'm gonna have to modify this a little bit. Dragonfly wing. You can break anything based on the physics of your movements. That's right. Now we're all talking about breaking bones and fighting. This dragonfly is so cool. Let's see if I can get one of these. Man, this is complicated. I don't think I want to add this wing structure. How about moth wing? Maybe it's a little easier to do a moth wing. Could even be like that these turn into moth wings. Like I turn them into moth wings. There you go. Okay, this is easier to handle. I copy and paste. And there's another moth, but it's too small. -4 in the attic. Interesting part about knowing anatomy is that you know effective ways to hurt or kill a person. Yes, that is true. Especially if you know where the veins flow or the arteries, just hit there. You're probably not gonna kill them, but you're gonna give them a good. You're gonna grind them to a halt. Not happy with the wings I found. Oh, there you go. This is a giant moth. God. This is not even real. That's why it's not real. I'm not gonna do these moths that look like snakes. Probably something a little more simple, like a fly. Fly wings are better. Okay. So, it's gonna need, not red. It's gonna need something like this here. I might even reduce them to just one pair. Just technically, I think these are 2 pairs. You're stuck on your kaiju approach. If you get hit all the time, you know where it hurts. Yes, but knowing anatomy helps. Like what's it called, solar plexus. If you know exactly where to hit that, you can block the movement of the diaphragm. The person cannot breathe anymore if you know how to hit it. it's not enough to hit it, because if you don't hit the right spot, you know, they have abs to protect themselves. Anyway, I don't want to teach anybody to kill anybody else here. So it's just that there are some things, especially grapples. Actually, that's some things that's the thing they teach you when you do jujitsu. If you grapple in a specific way, you just stop the blood flow to the brain, and so the person faints. Maybe get rid of this. Wings are a complicated thing to do. Are you sitting in the car, Kim? Yeah, not that. This will have to do this. God. Wing patterns are hard. Yep. Let me get rid of this real quick first, so I know what I am doing. Yes, this needs to go out. Sand, but this would be transparent here, or to a degree. Oh, we're losing Kim. No! Is it the place where rib cage has no ribs in the lower middle of the chest? Yes. Basically, if you hit the diaphragm, the person stop breathing. I mean, they cannot breathe anymore because you literally stop the muscle that would allow the person to breathe. I'm not inciting violence here. Just for those nice, fine listeners, I'm just explaining how it works, more or less. I'm not an expert, by the way. I'm just what little I know from anatomy studies, which is not much. I promise I'm not trying to kill anybody yet. Yet. Not yet. I might in a few days, but no. I don't like these shapes. I don't like these shapes. No, this should be like radiating out. You have any advice for insect wings, cheese? Probably drawn a bunch more than I did. Oh, you had to pick up your mom's boyfriend. I see. Do you actually call it boyfriend, not partner? Boyfriend is kind of, at least in my head, it's kind of like for people in their 20s. Unless your mom is 20, that would be strange. something here. Search. I have to change the position. Be behind, so. All right. See you later, Kim. Tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow. Sunday. On Monday. Hopefully, my computer's gonna work again. Maybe Windows 11. I thought 11 was a good number. There are some wings back here. Huh. Maybe not. They are a little bit pasted on it. Just a little bit. But hey. It's here, right? Although technically it would have to be here, so. Okay, the spikes are going to be visible. Though this is supposed to be in. This is not supposed to be in the front of it. It's supposed to be in the back, because the arms are kind of underneath the thing, I guess. Although, well, maybe stretching. Maybe stretching. Yes. Maybe it's got some eyes here too. Yes, these are veins, after all. Probably patterning of some sort in the bottom. This is an eye, so it's gonna be. Like that moth there, what was it? There's a moth that's got those two things on the wings. It is on the bottom, or they are at the bottom. So it could be maybe this part is detached, and this here, and it's got something like this. Tail goes this direction, this is closed, and then here, this would have to continue. to be This is not bad. I like it. I need to reduce this though because. Okay, I would say even start trying out some colors. Or actually, maybe just the grayscale first. Just trying to figure out a good lighting for this. But as I said, one important thing would be figuring out the composition. So if I kind of put it a little off screen here so it's closer to the third, I might even add more of the wing and maybe a plane or something, like plane zipping here, because this would be like one and then the other part of the wing here. Yeah, something like this. Feel a little better. Get rid of the border. Around it. Splashing around. There could be some planes here, like if I take this small. Your fingers and toes are dead. Oh, because of the cold. Open, close real fast to reactivate circulation, blood flow. This is 2/3, so that's good. There could be some planes sipping by. Oh. Okay, I can actually. Zipping like something like this. Maybe some bombs here, explosions or something. Maybe they were shooting missiles somewhere, like smoke trails going to hit it. Something like that? What do you guys think? Between, let me actually add a background layer. Between this and this. I think the second one feels a little more like an illustration. Okay, there is something to tell about this, like this thing is being attacked. Welcome back home, Kim. There's a little more story involved in the second one, like in the one with the planes. I would be kind of leaning towards the plain version. Because this one feels a little bit like it's pushing you away, so it would need something. This one would probably need something here. I don't know what, a ship maybe? Maybe a cluster of ships or something, because it feels like it's going out of the picture, but this way, with this, it kind of feels like it is doing something. Remember back in the day when I slept in the room below 0? Oh. Jesus. That's cold. Sounds like Japan. And if I were to add like explosions here, I don't know, something like this. Smoke trails and then explosions here, or somewhere, I don't know, here. The planes would, I don't know, have some kind of trajectory that would show, oh, I can show it in orange, something like that. So they're coming from the back of it, from the distance, and then attacking. Kind of feel like this could work. One of the hellholes when I lived partly with my mom. Okay, I see. I'm sorry to hear that, Fiddle. Wait, because of this, I might... So right now they're sending the viewer out of the picture. So maybe I should edit the tail so that it's all, you know, like that. So, yeah, the planes are a little too close to the top edge. So one of them should probably be this one. Probably be a little closer here. And the other maybe flying right next to it. And there are going to be cloud as well, of course. This could work as a scene. This could work. Anyway, we're gonna pick back up on Monday. Did I remove the water? No. I did not remove the water. I just moved it lower. Because I feel like this is, if you see this, these are the thirds. Compared to the previous one. Yes, this is more about this creature, but it's also, well, in fact, maybe it's looking outside of the picture. The tail could have been on the other side to make this a little less destructive for the composition. I feel like this one has a little more story, and it kind of shows the scale of the creature as well. Allowed heating for 10 minutes before sleep because electricity costs money. Damn, man. Oh, my phone is reminding me that I have to go. Anyway, all right. I'm sorry to have to cut the conversation, but I have to get some dinner ready. I might go with this. I'm going to give it a good thought, and I will probably do some test paintings of the sea tomorrow. But I'm liking where it's going. And I feel like this is a little more intense. Could even tilt it a little more eventually. We'll see. But I like where this is going. So, yes. Everybody, thanks for watching. Thanks for keeping me company. I hope that Chase will feel better. I also hope that Fiddle will be able to use his computer again. Or find a solution anyway. I'm sorry you're in this situation. It's a sad predicament. But hopefully the stream helped a little bit. All right, let's see. I couldn't find anybody who is doing kaiju stuff, unfortunately, on Twitch. So I guess we're going to close here. Going to be back on Monday. And until then, you guys have a good weekend, a good Sunday, and take care.